Hannah, welcome to England.
Lovely to be here.
That's right, you've heard it. Hannah is here in person, aren't you?
Yes.
And what are we talking about today?
How that almost didn't happen.
That's great. Actually, that's pretty great. I'm probably just gonna cut it off right there. Let's get into it. Alrighty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Welcome. It's been a bit.
It's been a nice break, hasn't it?
Yeah. We've been not purposefully away for as long as we wanted to.
I think we wanted to take a break for like 4 weeks.
And then that just spiraled into you moving completely into this house.
Mm-hmm.
And me moving my office into outside of my home. And then that spiraled into we're just really busy.
Yeah, I love how we didn't even talk about it.
We just
we
knew.
just didn't record.
But a lot of you have been asking or a little concerned. We promised there was nothing that happened. We just got busy.
Yeah, life got to us. And to be fair, like summer's probably the best time to take a break.
Yeah.
Maybe not podcasting wise, business wise.
Yeah.
So maybe we won't do that next time.
Maybe not.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hannah, welcome to England.
Oh, thank you.
How have you enjoyed yourself so far?
I
It's been
love
3
it.
days.
Yes. Every local person who hears that I am an American will ask me, "Oh, have you loved your experience?" And I'll say, "Yeah, I love it here."
And they're like, why?
"Why? Do you like it more than America?" And I'll be like, I don't know, maybe. I like it a lot." And they'll be like, Don't. They disagree.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you like it?
Very interesting. Food's been great. Highly recommend. Also, the buildings are old, which I love old infrastructure.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's kind of everywhere like that.
But America's so young in comparison. So for me, it just, I don't know, try and take it in. Like we were walking around York today, and some of those buildings have been there since like the 1200,
Yeah.
which my brain can't even comprehend. It makes me feel, it's a very humbling experience because I am a small speck in the time frame of the universe.
Yeah. Honestly, this time around, we just want to give you a very hot take on somebody's journey to England across the ocean in form of this interview that we did not plan. Hannah here, would you tell us what's happened on your way to England, please? Just say it.
Vika really just wants me
Just say it.
to reveal how human I am and a tad of
Just say it.
totally missed my flight. It was
And,
awful.
and then what kind of flight that was?
My long international flight.
And it was like, were you just late to the airport or what?
No, I had. Okay, stop leading. Okay, it's already embarrassing. First off, before you jump to conclusions and judge me, okay? Although the people who listen
You're
to this
welcome to judge
podcast,
her. I did.
no, yeah, you still are. The people who listen to our podcast, I feel like know who we are. I'm a pretty responsible, on-time person. I don't like being late to things. I like to be early, and traveling makes me nervous, like most people. So I made my first flight, no problem. I was there 2 hours early. Got on a plane from Eugene to Seattle. And then I was at Seattle at 1, and my flight was supposed to leave at 4:30, and I had been there the entire time. I walked to the airport like 2 times around, just trying to like get my legs, my exercise going so that by the time I got on the plane, I'd like feel really good and I could just like take a good nap. They started boarding, and I made a story on Instagram that was like, "My flight's boarding. So excited." And I decided to go to the bathroom. And so when I got up and went to the bathroom, everything was fine. And when I got out of the bathroom, all of the seats were full where the gate was. But there was open seating in the next gate over. And so I just sat over there until it was my group, because it was like 10 groups to board and I was group 10. And so I just went and sat over there, and I couldn't really, I don't know, I guess I just wasn't really paying attention as much as I should have, because then the flight in the gate that I was sitting at started boarding. So I couldn't see the line for my gate. And it turns out I was in what they called a dead zone for the one that was right next to it. So I was sitting over there the whole time, and I noticed that I didn't hear my group being called, and so I got up and went over, and I was like, "Hey, I never heard my group being called." And they were like, "Are you Hannah Austin?" And I said, "Yeah." They said, "We've been paging you." And I was like, "I didn't hear anything." They're like, "Where were you?" And I pointed to where I was sitting. And I said, "I was literally right there, but I couldn't see because this flight is boarding." And the guy said, "We just closed the doors 2 minutes ago, and we're not going to be able to open them." So my plane was still sitting there. And then I just started to cry and panic, and it was awful. And he felt so bad, and he was like, "It's a known dead zone. I'm so sorry, ma'am." He was so wonderful. And he was like, "I will rebook you. I'm not going to charge you for it at all. I promise we'll get it sorted out. Please don't panic." And at that point in time, I was panicking.
This is like midnight, just after midnight my time as well.
Yeah.
So I've gone to bed. I have no idea what's happening. I'm like snoozing.
And Vika, I kid you not, I think maybe 5-10 minutes before this happened, had sent me a text message saying, "Hey, I have to get up pretty early to come pick you up. So I have to get on a train. So I'm going to go to bed now." And I was like, "Yeah, cool. That sounds great." But Vika was still up. It's just that the notifications were turned off, right? Or you had it in like
Yeah, I
nighttime
actually
mode.
didn't sleep for like an hour.
So I probably should have just pushed it one through or called or something. But in the meantime, I
I
called.
mean, I wouldn't be able to help you.
No. And then I called my
Maybe to calm you
husband,
down.
who was also busy at the time. He was like doing pickup and stuff. And so I'm just panicking. And I started going into a full blown anxiety attack. I started getting tunnel vision. My whole body got tingly. And then I looked at the guy as he's like very kindly trying. He's like, "We're going to pull your bags. Like, you'll be fine." He's being very kind, and I made eye contact with him and said, "I think I'm going to vomit." And he was like,
I
"Oh,
also got a text about it.
yeah." And so I ran to the bathroom and I threw up. And then I came back out, still bawling my eyes out. I'm wearing a face mask because when I travel, I wear a mask. And the mask was like super snotty on the end. It was not a pretty moment. And then my husband called me back, and I was blubbering on the phone while this man is very kindly rebooking me. And he rebooked me in like 5 minutes.
I know, I could not believe that.
He was so fast, and he got me on a flight that was in 4 hours,
You got
which
so lucky.
I thought I would have to I thought I was going to lose a whole day. So shout out to that guy. I have already forgotten his name because I kind of blacked it out. It was a super dramatic moment for me. So life lesson, I guess you have to sit like right in front of your gate. You can't sit in the one right next to it, or you might miss your flight like I did.
Have you ever missed a flight
I've
before?
never missed a flight ever
Well, you can't say that anymore.
until this trip.
I have never missed my flight. Truth.
You've got time, you youngster.
Yeah, probably not.
You probably won't now that you've heard my horror story. You see, that's why I'm sharing this to add. I'm bringing advocacy to all of the world travelers. So yeah, super embarrassing. Obviously, I don't post anything about it on social media. It took me probably a good hour after that to fully calm down. I ended up calling or talking to our friend Natalie, and she was texting with me and trying to calm me down, and my husband was super kind about it. And I walked the airport a couple more times to try and just like get rid of my anxiety and stuff, but it was rough. Upside though,
No jet lag.
I had zero jet lag
Yeah.
because I had gotten up I stayed up late that night, the night before, packing and getting everything ready and being anxious about flying. And then I got up early to ship orders and be anxious about flying. So I think I was on like 3 hours of sleep, and then I stayed up until my new flight went at like 9 something. I got on the plane, sat next to a lovely, delightful family, had a little chat, and then I slept for like, I don't know, 7 of the 9 hours. And I slept hard. And when I landed, Vika was like, "Just be prepared to be jet lagged. I don't know, you're going to have jet lag."
I can't believe you. Like,
You
I
were
still
convinced
can't believe it.
that
Like, I crashed before,
yeah.
but that makes sense because you went to sleep like 2 hours after I was awake and slept for like 6 to 7 hours, and I didn't.
I mean, and I slept hard. It was probably the best international flight I have ever been on. And the food was great, and the company was great. And I did get the guy who rebooked me was so sweet. He was like, I'm going to give you an upgrade. You're going to have a little bit more leg room. Please don't worry. I promise everything's going to be okay. He was an angel. So, yeah, that's my travel story, but I didn't have jet lag as a result. So, and honestly, like, I didn't miss a ton,
No, you probably missed like
just a little bit more sightseeing in London.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's my embarrassing story. Don't make fun
Would
of
you
me.
ever, if I didn't make you, I didn't make her by the way. I just convinced her
Never.
politely.
I would have probably taken it to my
To
grave. But I'm all for being real on here.
I love actually because when I woke up and I read these messages, I responded to you because it was very recent. Like I woke up 20 minutes after you stopped messaging me. Because like your last thing you said, like I'm on the plane, they've upgraded my seat, blah blah blah. And so I responded to you straight away, but you weren't responding. So I was like, she's just. And then we started tracking your new flight,
Yeah.
and it was just taxiing. So we figured, just missed her. Like,
Yeah,
just you missed me like 5 hours before
I turned my
then.
airplane mode on and was like, I want
Yeah.
this to be real.
But you know what I did like next? I went on Instagram and I was like, I wonder if she said anything about it. And she
I was
didn't.
so embarrassed.
It was like 5 hours ago. She's like, I'm going on my flight in a few minutes.
In all honesty, because you also suffer from anxiety. It's not just me, okay?
Okay.
It was a full-blown anxiety attack. Like, I lost like, I had tingles, like pins and needles in, like, my finger. I could not feel my legs.
know,
I
I
had
get
to,
it.
like, I threw
I
up.
would freak the fuck out, honestly.
And I was blubbering, and I was, like, hyperventilating. It was not a good moment for me. So, no, I'm not going to go online and tell people about how no.
I get it. I get it. I was just curious.
Oh, no.
Because you were like, I'm going to document this flight.
Which
and then
I ended up...
nothing for 12 hours.
Which I did take videos of, mostly for my kids because they are obsessed with airplanes. So I did take videos, and I took videos of like my meals and a couple behind the scenes stuff for my subscribers. But
Did you have Wi-Fi the whole time?
I didn't realize that we did.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, because we went to bed. So I flew Delta. Shout out to Delta because they were.
They have multiple flights from Seattle to London.
That was awesome. They have free Wi-Fi. I didn't realize because I slept. So when I woke up,
seriously, I was texting her when I was on the tube, and I was like, "Hey, if you're able to sort out your eSIM thing when you land, I'll be waiting you here." And then I get a response straight away. And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. So that was crazy. I didn't realize. So when I turned it on and then saw text messages, I was so relieved. I was so relieved that Vika didn't hate me because I felt so bad.
I would never hate you.
Because Vika's not a morning person.
Oh, yeah. I'm still mad because Catherine too, because she was taking me to the train station. Well, not anymore. But I asked her to wake up like an hour earlier than usual to take me to the train station. And yeah, didn't have to.
That's why you were jet lagged and not me.
That's why I'm still jet lagged. I feel like I get tired like faster than you are.
Okay, now here's the other thing though. Before this trip, okay, as we're having conversations, because like, are you sure that this isn't too much? Like, I filled up our days. They're just full of back-to-back events. Are you sure? And I was like, I'll be fine. Totally doubted me, forgetting that I manage 3 other human schedules. And while I'm here, I don't have to. So I'm ready. Go, go, go.
You said that. Yeah. But I'm not ready to go, go, go. This is tough for me, all right?
Vika spends the majority of the time, right, like at home stitching and like...
Yeah, I don't talk to people that much. That's why my throat gets sore every evening.
So just exhausted by the end of the day. I could keep going. I feel great.
You'll have to keep going.
Yeah.
We're not changing our plans.
No.
I
don't know. Can she keep up? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Honestly, that's been really the only hiccup so far.
No, the weather fucked it up for us yesterday.
That's not anything under our control, though.
Yeah, let's tell the folks why you're here in the first place.
Yeah.
So we've done 2 collab kids in the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. And then I've been trying to get Hannah here across the ocean because I've been there twice now. It's only fair that it is her turn.
I do have 3 small children, so it's a little bit different. However,
Yeah.
my kids are finally to an age now where I feel comfortable leaving. So
Thank you.
it just kind
I
of aligned.
appreciate it.
And
They
I
gotta
understood
share.
like it I do want to make it fair, but it's I mean, my kids
You wanted to come visit. She's never
yeah,
been
I've
in the
never
country
been. I've never
before.
been to the UK. So, such a wonderful experience. And we also share a love of music. So, that's the other part of this trip. Like the hook, how Vika got me to come is that I don't know if you've heard of this small artist named Taylor.
And a very small tour that she's doing.
Yeah. I don't think I would classify myself as a Swiftie. I do enjoy her music, but I don't think I would put myself in that like
You know how many Swifties just got their hearts broken because
I
they
know I'm
couldn't get
so
tickets?
I know. I know. However, I am a diehard Paramore fan.
So am I.
And that we've bonded over that and Paramore is opening for Taylor. I do, however, I'm very excited for the experience of her show because
Me too.
that has been the thing that I've heard like a resounding compliment to her show is just that it's like a full-blown experience. So I am excited
It's
about
like an
that.
all day thing as well.
Yeah, and I do enjoy her
Talk about
music.
exhausting.
So that
But
was
this is
like
not why.
that was the carrot to get me like to kind of actually get something scheduled on the calendar because that was like a solid date. But the main reason is we're working on collab 3.0.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gonna be quite different.
I'm really excited about it.
We do not have a lot of time to
We
work on
don't.
it, but when have we ever?
It always
Like
comes
the last
together.
two times, yeah, it does. You gotta give it to us. But the last two times that we did it, slash the only two times that we did it, we really didn't get that much done. Like while we were in the same
It's just
place.
hard to brainstorm and put together an idea when we are living across the world from each other. And I feel like every time we have tried really hard to pre plan, and then it just doesn't work out. And the same thing happened this time. We had an idea for something. I think we're going to table it because I still think it's a really cool idea. We just need more time to actually devote to honing in on that. But we still have a really cool idea for this.
Oh,
this
for
one.
sure, for sure. It's probably gonna be like, if not the best, idea for this time around. It only makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we've done two such different, like we've offered such two different experiences with our kids, and it's only fair that we do another like completely different type of experience.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be more beginner friendly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be simpler. It's not gonna cost a fortune.
Yeah, a little bit more budget friendly.
Absolutely.
And it's going to have a lot to do with where this collab is taking place.
Finally.
And I don't know if we want to share more than that, but
Probably not.
yeah.
It's still in the works.
little
Still very
teaser.
early. We've
Yeah.
been busy. We've not had that much time to work on that just yet.
Yeah, we're excited. We are working on it. It's just slow going, but
Cool.
we can't wait. And I'm guessing we're probably going to launch pre-orders in November because that seems to be the time for us to do that.
Yeah, we'll do November. So
And
mark
then
your
probably
calendars.
delivery
Interested.
in January like we have in the previous.
Potentially, but I'm actually thinking we'll be able to get it done faster. Because we will not need to be coordinating packages back and forth between US
Yeah.
and the UK.
So that's the other cool thing. The last two times we've planned together, gotten like example stitched up, which I hope
yeah, we will.
we're gonna get it done.
Of course.
And then I have ordered everything in bulk in the US or Vika shipped stuff to me. And then I have assembled and done all of that by myself and packed and shipped. And this time around it's going to be from Vika's. So
I got my work cut out for me
Yeah.
here. But yeah, we're just having fun right now.
Yeah.
This is the only time that we've had time to record something. We do plan on putting out some episodes for as long as we can manage until we take another break.
Yeah. And the other part of this also, the other reason why we've had a long break is that when you moved, there was also a little hurdle of the internet not being the best.
Oh yeah, and my internet is still not fixed.
So that's another reason why the break has been a little bit longer because, I mean, it's hard to upload any kind of.
But also record, like we'd have to record and have to be like really good quality.
Yeah.
It's hard, all right?
We're figuring
hard.
it out. So
That's why actually, I completely forgot about it, but we did our last episode just audio only.
That's right.
Which we could still do that.
Yeah.
This is something we were considering because it is very difficult time-wise, like editing everything, but also uploading and making sure that everything works fine.
Yeah.
It's not easy
No.
when you're like an ocean and a whole country away.
Yeah.
So,
And I know
see.
nothing about any of that. Vika does all of that. So
yeah, Vika does all of that, and then somebody's supposed to post shorts, and somebody doesn't.
I post
Yeah, okay, so at the
some.
end of every like episode, I will send her like 18 different short videos to post, like snippets of the episode. And she'll post maybe 3.
You know what?
You like there's nothing you can say. There's
Here's
nothing you can
my
say
new
about it.
collab resolution. No longer New Year resolution. Okay, you're hearing it here first. And my new collab resolution is to follow through. Keep me accountable, folks.
Oh yeah. Please do, because I cannot. All right. Well, hopefully you welcome us back. Hopefully it is
We've missed you.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Please send Hannah good vibes so that she doesn't miss her international flight
I
again.
don't think that my spouse would be too excited if that happened. So,
It would be out of my hands.
but I have loved it so far. We can't wait to share more with you. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye. Hello and welcome to Unstitched Podcast. I'm your host, Hannah, and my co-host is... It's terrible. I'm so sorry. I promise I'm not mocking anybody. I think that Brits have beautiful accents. All of them.
I would disagree.
It's better than my accent. Let's be real.